Mr. Chairman, thank you very much, and thank you to my colleagues here in Louisiana, and for demonstrating the ability to face the music and face it in a way that we recognize that to fix this issue that affects everyone in your position, that a bipartisan solution is the answer. And so I applaud the chairman for being here, applaud those members that have traveled from their homes, particularly during this holiday time, to be with us here in Louisiana. Thank you all so very much for coming today and highlighting this important issue. I'd like to also give a special thank you to Mr. Yos, Ms. Dugas, Mr. Pyro, and Ms. Porter for sharing your personal stories. Your testimony has demonstrated the fundamental unfairness of the windfall elimination provision in the government prevention offset. For far too long, people who serve our communities, police officers, teachers, firefighters, and so many others have suffered under these provisions and attempt to retire after public service, providing the resources and time away from your families, challenging to give your value and to be undervalued as significant public servants. We are here for you. We hear you loud and clear. And as the chairman and every member that has spoken thus far has said, we are going to work tirelessly to correct this massive error, one that has devalued the great work that you've done for our country. Imagine, after a lifetime of serving your community, someone who has lost their spouse retires only to find that they will not be entitled to their Social Security survivors' benefits. Seniors often lose their homes and are forced to move into jobs to make ends meet. The stories that you've all said, the stories that resonate. Ms. Porter, I listened to your story, and it's almost brought me to tears because it's so unique to my own personal story. My mother raised 6 children on a school teacher salary. After 45+ years in the classroom as a teacher, she too found herself having to take second jobs to tutor and to work with students to make ends meet. I'm the youngest of 6. My mother raised us all and made sure that we all had good educations, but it was very difficult. So I applaud you for your incredible work, your tenacity. You are a shining example of a public servant and a mother. So thank you. Mr. Yo, your officers put their lives on the line to protect our communities. How does it affect them knowing that if the worst happens, their spouse will not receive survivor benefits?
Well, I think it is a little bit of a slap in the face to recognize that any other class of employees, any other American would be entitled to those benefits. But these are eliminated because of the public pension. I do think it's ironic, and I think most of our members do, that we are actually recognizing our contribution into a pension system and considering it a windfall, but not recognizing our contribution into the Social Security system. Somehow that's not a win. You know, that's viewed different. So we earn both of these benefits, but they're being taken from us. So I think most of our members are looking at this as an inequity that just that as something that probably did not hit their radar, because when they first got into this profession, Social Security was something that was so far down the road that they didn't know how it was going to impact them. It is not until it's time for you to start making plans for retirement that you realize that the gate's been open. Thank you.
Mr. Pyro, after 35 years of protecting our community, how does this impact your recruitment and opportunity, the ability to recruit and retain future firefighters?
I think it's going to hamper the ability to recruit young firefighters. The pay is not the most optimum pay in the fire service, in the starting fire service, especially in Louisiana. And our recruitment tools and the number of people that are applying to take the civil service examination has drastically been reduced. Between the low pay and then adding the fact once the word has gotten out about the windfall elimination and the GPO, because all firefighters have second jobs. They're carpenters, electricians, they do work on the side. and that's to make ends meet, and of course they're paying into Social Security. And then to not be able to draw but a fraction of their Social Security, and if they leave their pension, their spouse could end up losing all of her Social Security or his, depending. We have female firefighters, so we can't leave them out. And I think it's going to hamper the situation and be detrimental to all the citizens.
Thank you very much. And my time is over. Can I just ask very, very briefly? My time has elapsed, but I want to make another comment as I did to Ms. Porter. Ms. Dugas, my mother, similar to your situation and Ms. Porter's, my mother went back to school as you did, recognizing that she needed to earn more. So she went back and got a master's degree in order to get a few more dollars as a school teacher. So I applaud both of you, all of you, as great examples of civil servants and public servants who've done the right thing. And to all of you in the audience, know that we hear you, we care, and we're going to continue to work in making it better. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank you. I now recognize